What is going on, guys? Tojo back with another quick update video on what I've been doing over the last few weeks and months. I have indeed been putting together a PSA submission. Before we get into that, I'd just like to take a moment to thank all of you people who are out there subscribed to the channel and checking out my videos. Thanks to the people who are constantly interacting with the content on here. It's great to hear from you as always. If you are new to the channel, it'd be great if you could consider subscribing. It's just one click for a whole lot of Pokemon. So guys, let's get into what I've been doing for my PSA submission. So for those of you who aren't aware, PSA, they are a card grading service. They grade cards based on their condition, and the grade scale from 1 to 10 depending on the condition, and everyone shoots for 10s because that's the best grade that you can possibly get. So with that in mind, I've been putting together a submission where I've tried to be as strict as possible. So to give you an idea of kind of how strict I've been with my submission, I'm going for all 10s, guys. This is an example of a card that is pretty much damn perfect in every sense. I'd get it out and show you the back, but I don't want to waste any more time really. This is a perfect card. However, the centering, as you can see, is very top and left heavy. So I'm not taking any, I'm not cutting any corners with these guys. I want all 10s coming back. So this is an example of something that I just won't be submitting. So everything that hopefully you see in a sec is what I believe to be true gem mint condition. Now, all of my cards have gone into card savers. I do need to pick some more up. Graded Gem have opened a company up, or they've got a new line of accessories called Graded Fit, and they're actually selling semi-rigids, so I need to pick up a few of those, and you'll see some of the cards that I've got today aren't in semi-rigids like this. So yeah, without further ado, let's get cracking into some of the cards. So the first card, knocking the camera that I have there, is an actual perfect example of a Shining Jirachi from Shining Legends. So centering on it looks great, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with it on the back at all. I really like Shining Legends. It's such a great set. The next card I have is a full art Rayquaza GX. Rayquaza, again, one of my favourite Pokemon. And you'll have seen him plenty of times on the channel if you're not new here. So yeah, perfect front and back. And with some of the textured cards from Sun and Moon era, the texture on the card makes it look like some of the corners sometimes jump up. So maybe taking a risk on this guy, but he looks perfect to me. So hoping for a 10 on that one for our Raybay. And then we have a second one in the back there. Now these two next to each other, the print's actually a little bit darker on the one on the right hand side, so maybe parts of different print runs, so maybe that might affect the grade. Hopefully not. Yeah, so the next card I have is a card that I pulled on my Instagram story. For those of you who aren't following me down on Instagram, the link can be found down in the description below. Go ahead and check that out if you are so inclined. Yeah, this is a pack fresh card, looks perfect. It's a fan favourite of Raichu. Normally wouldn't jump too quickly at grading modern cards, but I just love this card, and it's just something about pulling a card that you then grade that makes it a little bit more special. So hoping for the 10 on that one. And then this card is a Hidden Fates Shiny Charmander. So I managed to pick this guy up in a bulk purchase bulk purchase that I made with someone over in the States over Reddit before all this Corona stuff kicked off. But I think I managed to pick this guy up for about £4, and he's in perfect condition. He looks great. So I'm really, and he doesn't suffer the whole complete texture error or fault maybe that the reprint had of Hidden Fates. So yeah, he looks great, and I'm really excited to see what he comes back as. So the next cards that I have are, I'll bring these two out because these are from a fellow content creator who's done a lot for quite a few people in the community recently, and people who are in the closer circle that I have on Instagram. I talk to him all the time, and that is Arboxden, and he has he sent me a few cards that I purchased off him. One being this Snorlax promo card, this Japanese promo. Now, it's not a card that's worth a tremendous amount of money, but it is in absolute flawless condition. And I have a friend that is a massive Snorlax fan. So if this comes back a 10, I know exactly where this one is going. And the other card that he has for me is that Arbok Den managed to pull for me is this Scizor VMAX, which is my favourite card. I think it's even better than the full art regular Scizor V from that set. My favourite card from Infinity Zone, the S3 set from Japan. So great card there, really hoping for the 10, just because it's a personal card that has a nice story behind it, so it'd be good to get that encapsulated. So the next 4 cards that I have here are they're not put in semi-rigids, which isn't great, but there's not a lot I can do about it until I manage to purchase some more. So the first card that I have is a Trainers Club or Trainers Magazine Neo Genesis Steelix. Now this is an alternate art to what you would normally see in Neo Genesis. It's a great card. I think this is around pop 50, something like that. So if this came back at 10, that would be absolutely amazing. I picked this up really recently, and to me it looked absolutely flawless. So hoping for a 10 on that guy right there. The next card I have is a Bandit Ring Lugia EX. Now normally, again, I wouldn't grade Japanese cards, especially modern ones, unless they were, ultra rares or super in demand. But Lugia is one of my favourites, and I pulled this way back years ago when I purchased and pre-ordered the Bandit Ring set from Japan. I'm a massive fan of this set, and it's got a lot of good memories for me. And it's Lugia. So if I can get another Lugia and another 10, that'd be great. The next card that I have is shock, another Lugia. This is from the same set but in English, so Ancient Origins, Bandit Ring, they're the same set but in different languages. And this is the full art Lugia card from that set. And again, this looks in really nice condition, and I can't wait to see what these guys come back as. And the last Lugia card that I have is a full art from, I believe it was the Lost Thunder equivalent, whatever the Japanese equivalent set is. But yeah, amazing full art. I love how sinister he looks in this card. I picked this up whilst I was in the last trip that I had on in Japan with my girlfriend, so I'm hoping that this comes back a 10. Again, would love to have another 10 Lugia in my collection. So I'm down to the last 3 cards here, guys. So we're going to reveal these one by one. So the next card that I had for submission is a Ultra Shiny GX, or Japanese Hidden Fates Ho-Oh GX. Ho-Oh and Lugia, 2 of my favourite Pokemon ever. I managed to pick this up in a lot recently. It was in the same lot as that Trainers Magazine Steelix. And there's a few other cards in that lot that I was really hoping would be gradable, one being a Japanese Neo Genesis Ho-Oh Holo. But it had a little bit of a scratch on it. But some of the other cards came through, which is great. This is just one of them. Would love to see this come back in a 10. I love shiny Pokemon, I love Ho-Oh, I love full arts, and I love Japanese cards. So this is a check in absolutely every box, and hopefully this comes back a 10. Sorry guys, my camera just cut out really quickly there. So yeah, this is another Japanese. This is another Japanese card from the same set as you saw from the Ho-Oh, and it comes from the same set of cards that I purchased the Trainer Magazine and the Ho-Oh in. And shock horror, it's another Rayquaza. So yeah, again, Ray-Bay, hoping for you to come back a 10. That would be great. I love these Japanese cards. The colours and stuff on them are just amazing. I'd love to get this encapsulated forever in a PSA case. And then the final card that I have is from a Mail Day video I had way back. This is the only card that hasn't met the same strict grading conditions that I had for the others, and that's because it's worth a little bit more than a lot of the other cards that I have. And that is my Shining Tyranitar from Neo Genesis. Now this is unlimited, it's not first edition, but it's still worth quite a bit of money, and I would love to see this come back a 7 or an 8. Fingers crossed for an 8 on this. It'd be great if I could come back. So yeah, hoping for the 8. I think it's around about a $200 plus card if it's an 8, but don't quote me on that. I will check Pokemon price and I will put the price overlay on the video for, I think, most of these cards. Maybe just this one, I'm not sure. But yeah, I just want to make sure I've got that right so I'm not spreading misinformation. So guys, that's all of the cards that I had for my PSA submission. Fingers crossed I'll be getting that in maybe before the end of this month's deadline with Graded Gem. I might push it back to next month, seeing as I'll be having the Legendary Heartbeat stuff coming in, the latest Japanese set coming in soon, and I might want to push, if I get a certain Rayquaza card in any of those boxes, I might want to push that into the submission too. So I might hold off, but obviously once the cards come back, I will be definitely posting an update video on the return grades and how I feel about them. So yeah guys, thanks for checking out my video on the PSA submission that I've been putting together. I hope you enjoyed it. Stick around for more content coming soon guys. It's not long until Darkness Ablaze comes out with the latest release in the English TCG calendar, so really excited to open some of that stuff up. So yeah, I'll catch you in the next video soon guys. Thanks for checking out this one. Stay safe, take care, see you in the next one.